Hi everybody, we're at the National Women's Show. I'm talking to Jillian, and Jillian is with the Canadian Cannabis Clinics. Jillian is going to let us know a little bit more about those clinics and what they have to offer. Hi Jillian.
Hey, hi Nicole, nice to see you.
You too. So tell us, what do Canadian Cannabis Clinics have to offer, and what is the clientele? Can anybody go?
Right, so what we offer is twofold. We're an assessment center. We have staffed by doctors, medically trained doctors who will assess someone for suitability for cannabis as medicine. Patients will present with certain muscle pain, joint pain, inflammation, insomnia, and so on, seizure disorders, anything of that nature. And anybody can certainly come to us. We do look for people who have confirmation of a real diagnosis, which they have from another doctor, like their regular family physician or a specialist.
Sure.
And then based on the confirmed diagnosis backed up by some documents, and then they meet with our doctors and get that assessment. And if they meet certain criteria, then they would be authorized to consume medical cannabis through us.
And is medical cannabis used alongside other conventional treatments, or is it a standalone treatment?
Well, I mean, it depends on the patient. However, I can also tell you that oftentimes the patients who come to us have already tried most every other conventional medicine under the sun,
right.
And either they found that it just wasn't meeting their requirements, or the medicine, maybe it worked, but it had some intolerable side effects, which made it quite a challenge to continue down that road. So usually the patients come to us and the cannabis is added to whatever they're already taking through their other physician.
Right.
And by the way, our physicians will always send a consult note to the referring physician.
Okay.
So that circle of care, that communication is always there.
Wonderful.
People are well taken care of on all sides.
Wonderful. So it's a real team approach.
Yeah, certainly it is. Yeah, sometimes people come and they're already on a heavy dose of opiates,
Okay.
and that's trouble right there.
Sure.
And they want to wean down and reduce their dependence on the opiates. And
Right.
the cannabis the patients report that cannabis has been able to help them to reduce that need as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is it referral based? Do you have to be referred to the clinic, or can you self-refer?
You know, it's a good question. It's both. It started out as being referral based, but we are also open to patients self-referring if they can demonstrate to us some level of medical reports that would confirm that diagnosis. So they tell us they've got inflammation, and then they've got some MRI or X-ray or something that corroborates that.
Right.
And they can show us conventional medicines they've tried. Then we're open to look at them and make that assessment along with what they've told us. Another great service that we offer is home care, an arrangement where a person can go on our website, homecare.cannabisclinics.ca, and register themselves for an appointment to meet with a nurse practitioner over the computer. And what the person will receive is an assessment by the nurse practitioner through a conversation, and the person can be assessed for suitability for medical cannabis. This way the person can be at home. They can either save the effort of the travel, or if they're a super busy person and it's hard to create a time to get to an appointment, they can do this from the comfort of their own home as well.
And cannabis is a treatment, all ages, male, female, it works across the board.
Sure, yeah. Well, seeing as that we're the National Women's Show, it does tend to be sort of a 2-to-1 ratio of women to men presenting with certain ailments like fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, and rheumatoid arthritis, for example, which it tends to affect more women than men. But the age range tends to be people over 40, because over 40, that's when your body starts to break down and get some challenges there. But we do have pediatric patients as well. A heartbreaking one is children with epilepsy, and they're having so many seizures in a day that it's breaking down their brain. It's going to killing them slowly, unfortunately. And they're so disabled they can barely attend school. And so this, particularly the cannabidiol, the CBD oil, has been shown to have wonderful benefit there. This is what patients report to us. Also, the trends in the data, in the evidence, the research would show that as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you mentioned insomnia. It's a great option for insomnia. Something as simple as not being able to sleep versus a body ache or pain.
Yeah, and women too, again, tend to have more trouble with the sleeping through the night than do men.
Right.
And when you're suffering from pain, so that's affecting your sleep, so then you don't get a good night's sleep, and then the next day when you are trying to be awake and function, that bad sleep experience just makes the pain all that much worse. So it is a downward cycle, unfortunately. But yeah, people report, they'll come to us, they'll get help with the CBD or the THC cannabis for something else, and then they come back for a follow-up and they say, it's the best sleep I've ever had.
Isn't that amazing?
Please help me out here.
Yeah.
And then it just turns their world around. They can get back to work on a regular basis, they can spend time with their families, they can go out socially and not have to stay in because on accounts of flares of pain, for example.
Right.
people say they get my life back with this cannabis you've helped me with.
Oh, it's amazing, life-changing.
It is.
If people want more information, where can we find you?
Certainly. So there's our website, cannabisclinics.ca. We also have a toll-free number, which you can find on the website.
Sure.
And we also have our email address, which is hello@cannabisclinics.ca.
Okay.
We have counselors who can provide updates, like not updates, but help walk people through the information on the phone. We have a number of educational things like webinars. We do outreach and in-service on site with people's groups. We really do a lot of things, and we like to help people out. That's why I love what I do.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Thank you so much, Jillian. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.